Hello friends, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Blazing Sword Hard Difficulty. So last time we ventured into the stronghold of the Black Fang to retrieve Ninian's ring that they had stolen. Now that we had got that all taken care of, we now continue our quest to Caelin in Vortex of Strategy. Passing through Arifin and Cathlet, Lynn and her friends arrive in Caelin. However, Caelin is now under the rule of Lord Lundgren. Lundgren's henchmen lay in wait to assassinate Lynn. They wait for her approach and ready a special weapon. So there we have, this is going to be the introduction to siege weaponry. So we're going to endure this whirlwind in Vortex of Strategy. Look, Storm, the mountain seems so far away now. We've come such a long way. Lady Lindis, Storm, we can't be very far from the castle now. By my reckoning, we can reach Castle Caelin in 2 days, if we hurry. 2 more days. Hold on, Grandfather, please. Cheer up, Lynn. If they see you looking so sad, the entire company will lose heart. Florina, you're right. There's nothing to be gained by worrying. We just have to press onwards. That's the spirit. Lynn, danger approaches. What did you say? I don't see anything. Are you sure? I feel it, too. I'm sure of it. Ah! Lady, don't move! We have down here across the mountains a ballista. What in the... Where did this bolt come from? They have a ballista. Lord Lundgren is getting serious. Deploying siege engines is no mean feat. What is a ballista? It's a weapon designed for long-distance attacks. Only archers can use them, but they can be quite devastating. Florina, you must stay aground. Do not take to the air. The ballista would target you in an instant, and he's right, they definitely would. Is there any way to combat it? The safest course is to use someone with good defense as bait, so the enemy wastes arrows. Then you can walk up and knock the fool on the head. Will, can you use a ballista? I've never tried, but it's just a really big bow, right? I should be able to figure it out. All we can ask is that you try. Let's see what we can do. And then this is a special interaction here. Ah, Lady Lindis, Storm. I have some minor business to attend to. I'm unable to join you. If you need any of my possessions, please take them now. So this is Matthew saying that he cannot be deployed on this chapter, which is okay because I probably wouldn't even be putting him out here on this chapter anyway. Now this chapter also introduces a special type of weapon called Reaver Weapons. So normally it's sword beats axe, axe beats lance, and lance beats sword. But if you use a Reaver weapon, it reverses the weapon triangle. So this lance is strong against axes. And not only that, in this game, the bonuses that are normally applied whenever you have advantages or disadvantages are doubled if you use a Reaver weapon. So if you go up against the right type of unit, you could probably dominate them. If you're facing the wrong type of unit, you will get dominated. So gotta be really careful. Okay, so it doesn't look like they have anything extra here, which makes sense because you don't have a thief on this chapter to even think about it. But other than this one bandit here, which is going to be trying to rush this village, these guys here all have a Reaver weapon, and then the boss himself too also has it, so gotta be careful of that. I think this village over here has a Lance Reaver as well, which is a sword, so I'm going to try to get that. Now, you might think, okay, so this is a chapter where you don't want to deploy any air units because you have a giant ballista that'll stare you down. If you play your strategy right, you could still get good use out of a flying unit. So, as you can see, if you click here, this archer has a very, very wide range. I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I think it's about a range of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's a range of 10. Now, don't let all these squares fool you. This is simply saying that if this ballista were to move, this is all the range you could cover. But you have to board the ballista first and then move it on a separate turn to be able to move and attack with it. But this ballista does not move, so all I have to do is be careful of the squares within this vicinity. So, if you can play around that, Florina can still be quite useful. Okay, I'm not going to bring Urk. Well, Wrath would be interesting. You know what? Because I don't think I need to use the ballista any. I'm going to bring Wrath along. Wrath's fine with a short bow, I think. I don't have to worry too much. I will give... Yeah, I did get a couple of things here. We'll take his vulnerary. Make sure everyone's got at least one on them. We'll use this pure water this chapter. That is going to help me out quite a bit. So let's just get everyone moved into position. Like that. So yeah, if you don't want any of your low defense units to get hit, you just kind of keep them out of the range. But someone's going to have to get into it eventually. But I will show some pretty interesting strategies with this chapter. So let's just get back here. I think everyone's all decked out, so we're going to save. And let's begin Vortex of Strategy. Okay, so... get the Javelin equipped, and I'm going to use the Pure Water. So these mage units here, they will attempt to attack Sane, but oh look, he's got a resistance of 8 now, so they can barely touch him. Kent and Wrath can come down here. Wrath can stay there. I don't want to get into the forest right away. Now with Florina, this is going to be a fun strategy I do. As long as you stay out of the range of the ballista, Florina still has control of the skies. So I'm going to put Florina down in the lower part of the map, carrying Lucius. And oh, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, I can head to the castle on the next turn. So the mercenary wouldn't be able to attack Florina, so mercenary will keep coming up. And we'll just keep these guys here for now. See how everyone moves. Okay. So yeah, that's not too bad. But yep, barely hurts me at all. Ow. Now this one shouldn't be as bad. Yep, 1 damage if this connects. Nice. Oh, and Sane gets another level. And Sane the Strong just keeps getting stronger. All right, so everyone's doing pretty good here so far. Okay, so we're going to... there wouldn't be a spot for Lucius to walk. So I'm going to put them down here. Now, if you know ahead of time that there's reinforcements that'll show up, you can find a way to block them. And I know reinforcements will show up here, so I'm going to have these two block these spots to stop the reinforcements from showing up. Okay, so if I put Wrath here, he gets the protection of the forest. And down. Okay. And Dorcas can just round his way here. Keep the axe out just in case. The mage will go and attack me anyway. Yeah, I think I just ditched the Iron Lance after I picked this weapon up. So, here we go. Do you remember the weapon triangle? Oh yeah, so he's going to go over exactly what I just said. So yeah, the Reaver Weapons being ones that reverse the triangle, so you can take on weapon types you wouldn't normally be able to do. Yeah. And of course, then he also makes a brief mention of weapon levels. These are a rank C weapon. Now, if you see... Yeah, he's only a rank D, so he wouldn't even be able to use the Lance Reaver. Lynn could, and in some situations that would even be a good idea. Just have Lynn come down here for a moment. Nils Power Spy, just in case. What are you curs waiting for? They're nothing but fleas. Call up for reinforcements and rush them. Sorry, sir, we can't. There appears to be people standing in our way. Why can't you just walk past them? They're in the way. Yes. It makes no sense, and I know in some later Fire Emblems, they'll actually, like, have the units spawn around them. But, in these games, just a plain and simple, put them right on top of the spot they spawn, and they won't, and that takes care of them. Oh, enough to double attack these Cavaliers. Alright, no dice from him. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could try something here. Oh good, can actually double attack. So we'll have Dorcas come in here and swing on this guy. Nice and simple. And, okay, I should probably not try to break the formation right now, so I'll just take care of this guy. No problem. And Sane can just kind of start working his way back around. Okay, well, not doing too bad here. And it definitely helps that I'm blocking the reinforcements. Look at these guys trying to hit me in the forest. Now, the cool thing with ballistas, they only have 5 uses per unit. So if I was to burn all 5 of the bolts on that ballista, it no longer becomes a problem. So if you do want to play the waiting game, you could just have someone park in a forest, let them keep trying to attack the unit and waste the bolts, and then you wouldn't have any issues dealing with them. But sometimes you do need to move a little bit faster, so sometimes it's just get a unit in there, have them try to take one shot, and then just rush up and take care of the unit. Sometimes the simplest strategies can be the best. Well, things seem to be going pretty smoothly here so far. Okay, now what was this guy's range again? Just gonna keep playing it safe. I don't want them to attack Nils, because the sad part is you can't actually calculate the damage based on looking at their stat screen, because it'll still only show them wielding the weapon they have equipped. Now, you could figure it out by looking at someone who has been hit, like Wrath, and just kind of figuring things out. So I want to say that was like a Might 12. 6 and... Okay, so maybe it does show the attack. Huh, look at that, I learned something. I learned something in a tutorial map. That's kind of novel. Okay. So still not showing up because, again, they're blocking the way. But now that I've got Kent in position... Now, what's another kind of shame, too. In Fire Emblem 6, the ballista attacks actually had animations, so you could watch as they like push the lever, fire the bolt, and it would go and strike the opponent. But in this game, because they changed the layout of the ballistas, it also removed the chance of them having animations. So we just kind of get the, oh look, they're initiating combat kind of thing. Oh, and a crit! Well done, Wrath. Okay, well, everyone has been dealt with. Oh look, Sarah can carry Nils along. Okay, I'm gonna test something. Do we get units showing up on the castle still? Nope, I think we good. Okay, okay, so I think everyone but the boss here moves, so I just kind of have to place them in range. So I'd want to bring in someone who can use a sword. So just go here. Everyone here, just playing it safe, because while I'm certain I could handle the weapons that I'm dealing with here, one wrong move with a Reaver weapon and you would bite it. So as you can see there, very low chance to hit because he's facing the wrong type of weapon. Whereas my stats are just through the roof right now. Now, of course, if you do want to kind of play it safe, you just go in with the same weapon, and then they won't be able to get any advantage off of it. Just little tips to help out. Okay, but in this case, bye. I feel kind of sorry for them, because that's where I would use my reverse axe in the face thing that I've been having pop up on the screen. Okay, that's a sword reaver, so... Actually, yeah, Florina hasn't had any combat. Let's change that. Oh, that feels nice to see. Now, yeah, I wouldn't be able to double, because that Iron Lance does weigh me down quite a bit. But since that does allow me to do a strong attack on the first swing, means I can do a second attack on the second swing. Okay, all's looking pretty good here. Now here's a funny one for you. As you can see here, the boss is using an axe reaver, so that means it's strong against lances but weak against swords. But if you remember, my Manikadi is not only a sword, so it does... it has the advantage of the weapon triangle, but it also has effective damage against armor units, so I feel kind of sorry for Yogi here. Curses, the ballista must have been taken. What's going on here? Somebody get that girl! The problem is, that girl is going to get you. Lord Lundgren, I failed you. I pray you hurry with those reinforcements you promised. Sorry, but there's still someone in the way. Ugh. Alright, well, another level up for Lynn. And she got strength. Oh, that's a blessing unto itself. And that ends the chapter. Is it over? Yes, I see no more enemy soldiers, because we all stood in their way. However, something is bothering me. What is it? I noticed it during the fighting. Our opponents. They were soldiers of Caelin. I even recognized some of those we fought. I trained with many of them, and yet they attacked us without hesitation. They're black-hearted traitors who have joined Lord Lundgren. Good riddance, I say. It also means less resistance at the castle. I hope you're right. I'm just glad Nils and Ninian were with us. If that first shot had hit me, I might not have survived. We are honored to have served you well. We won't let you down. I know, I'm relying on you. Oh, and hey, here's this space. What's this? You dealt with the ballista too? Nicely done. Matthew, where were you during all this? I went to the village to sniff about for information. I got some interesting news for my trouble too. Let's hear it. First, about Marquis Caelin's illness. He really is unwell. He's been abed for nigh on 3 months. Oh no, grandfather. I heard an interesting rumor about his condition though. The people believe that someone's been poisoning the Marquis. He's being poisoned? And this someone, well, everyone's too afraid to mention a name. However, they say that as soon as the Marquis took ill, a certain noble took control of the castle as though it were his own. I fed a hungry innkeeper some coin, and he fed me a name. The Marquis of Caelin's own brother, Lord Lundgren. Like we knew all along, but now they know. How can this be? How can they allow him to get away with this? The villagers know he's the one poisoning my grandfather, and yet no one raises a hand against him? Why? They are afraid, and they lack proof. The whisperings of the common people mean nothing. That's the truth of it. And of the Marquis's loyal retainers who might have lent credence to the rumors, there is no sign. Are you saying they've been silenced? It's a fair assumption. This is beyond believing. The worst news is yet to come. What? There's more? An imposter's appeared, claiming to be the Marquis's granddaughter. At least, that's the story Lundgren's telling to all who will listen. What does that mean? It means that people are waiting for 2 traitorous knights and a baseborn child to appear and lay claim to Castle Caelin. But it can't be. Traitors? Us? Ridiculous! He says, I'm an imposter. Don't you have anything that proves your lineage? When my mother joined the Lorca, she brought nothing of Lycia with her. Milady, Marquis Arafin himself remarked at your resemblance to Lady Madeline. Your face is your proof. They'll say we found a look-alike somewhere. We're seen as betrayers of our knightly vows. Our word means nothing. No, our only hope is to see Marquis Caelin himself. We must hurry, if not, my grandfather. I must see him, with my last breath if need be. But we must formulate some manner of plan. Even if we set out for the castle, the troops patrolling the area will cause no end of problems. You have been branded as oathbreakers after all. I've got it! Eligwood! He seems sympathetic to our plight. He should still be in Cathlet. If we can talk to him, he might help us. Of course, a sound idea, so hurry back to Cathlet. Well, there we go. We got a small silver lining of news on that huge bombshell of information that they dropped, which, of course, we already knew, but now they're kind of putting the pieces together. So anyways, thank you very much for watching today. Hope you enjoyed this episode here. There was a bit of strategy here, at least a little bit more than what the last chapters had been showing. And still a little bit more to come in the last couple of chapters here for this tutorial part. So look forward to that on the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching today. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.